So, what time is it right now there?
In Ukraine is at 9 o'clock
It's
in
9 o'clock.
the evening. Mhm.
Okay. So, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where are you located right now?
Now we are Kharkiv region decided yesterday we decided to leave Kharkiv and to move to region. It's
Oh,
not very far from Kharkiv, but it's a bit more calm here, and
okay.
it is not still bombed as in Kharkiv. So I have two kids and a big family, so we decided to move here and to help from here.
That's good. That's good. So, are you seeing a lot of your family and friends kind of moving and being displaced to other areas right now as you guys get under attack?
Yeah, a lot of almost all our friends and clients and they were sitting in Kharkiv as we until the last days where bombs started to be very active, and I think it is. Like one of the instruments to make people panic and to make them to move, to leave, to cry, to run, and a lot of families with kids they decided to leave Kharkiv. But still, a lot of people are still in Kharkiv and don't want to leave it in any case because they help our army and territorial defense, or they just want to like support morally and psychologically people who are staying there.
Yeah, I can understand that. Kind of one of the messages that we've been getting here in the States, the resolve of the Ukrainian people. I can't tell you the outpour of just how much your stories have been received from obviously President Zelensky, but all the way down. And it's one of the reasons that I reached out to you is because there's so many people that do want to help and they don't know how to do it. They don't know where to do it, what you guys need. I've been trying to inform my audience, they need basic supplies, clothes, food, water, um, gas, whatnot. So I guess starting, what organizations have you seen that have been helping the most? It,
Actually, Ukraine is now a big army, and it is like divided into parts. The first part is in the real fight with weapon and gun, and
yeah,
the second part is like we trying to help with everything we can. So we organize such supplies of different countries and other cities, Ukraine to Poltava, and then from Poltava our guys ready take it because there are not so many people who are ready now to take something to Kharkiv.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have the transportation or the transports been getting targeted by Putin and his soldiers?
Transportation.
Like the goods that are being transported into you and how you
Yeah.
guys are sending it out to other areas that need it. Are they targeting you guys?
By railway, by car or by bus.
By car.
Yeah, by car or by city bus. Also railway station is now absolutely under the control of Ukraine, so we use it also very often.
Okay. Have they been attacked yet? Have you been attacked when on the train or when somebody has been driving the goods to you?
Yes, not my husband, for example, but yesterday driver he opened his car. It was placed near yesterday he left his house a bit early than usually.
Yeah.
And already in 10 minutes there was a rocket attack, and there is a big hole.
Oh my goodness. Because that is some of the news that we have been getting over here. You know, Putin and Russia attacking civilians, attacking families. And one of the stories that came out was he bombed a maternity ward. And
Yesterday. Yeah.
That's insane. That's effing insane. Pardon my French, but it's so terrible to see these images, and it's heartbreaking. And I'm not gonna lie, I contacted the Ukrainian embassy in America to see how I could come over and fight. I'm not like, I will show you the messages. I'm dead serious. Like, the way that your people have been fighting and holding strong right now has been touching so many people over here. And I just hope to God that we can start getting the help to you guys, you know, with the airspace. I know that the world right now is worried about what Putin will do next and if he's going to start dropping a nuke. And it's wrong. And we need to not be afraid of him. We need to protect democracy and you guys who want to be free. So, what can you tell my politicians, my president right now, why we should not be afraid to help the Ukrainian people with more than just giving you guys guns, but to get in the fight actually?
We need your help in closing the house, because on the ground we are already much stronger, even than the Russian army. But we need your help and the help of our European partners, and both the USA and European leaders must understand that there is also your guilt and your fault that Russia became so big and so rich, and you know that all of leaders knew that Russia has such ambition, and you know that all of you knew that one day they will come to us, and everybody expected that we will just capitulate. Mm-hmm. And we will give them to do what they want. And nobody wanted to fight for us. And we understand this, because nobody must fight for us. For us. But really, everybody, both Trump and Boris Johnson and Germany and France, everybody in Europe and both USA, they all knew Russian ambition. They all knew Putin and his ill brain and ill ambitions. They all knew him, and nobody wanted to fight for democracy and to fight for these values. But now, when you all saw that Putin won't stop on Ukraine, that he will come further. The next will be Poland, will be all Baltic countries. Romania, Estonia, and Latvia, Slovakia, Czech Republic, all these countries that like Russian Empire lost one day, want to have them, because without them Russia doesn't cost anything, because they all this propaganda about their great culture, about their great religion, about their great agricultural complex, also industry and everything. It's absolutely lie. Everything is lie.
Yep.
They have anything, and I think that all leaders, they knew that, but they did not want to take this conflict and to be part of this conflict, and they really, I think they sincerely thought that Putin is not so ill, to start a new war, and they did such for our Donetsk and Luhansk and like to say no to such aggressive, violent invasion.
Genocide. Yeah, it's genocide basically, and I hold America responsible for being a part of NATO and dangling NATO in front of Ukraine, like we did, saying, "Here, turn over some of your weapons, your nuclear arsenal, and come join NATO. Be a part of us, and we will come in and protect you." And we never allowed you guys full entrance. So right now, if you were under NATO flags, we would have the obligation to come help you. But instead, we stood there for so long and allowed you guys to not join. And we're complicit in hurting your protection and your defense against Russia. And I think it's America's and NATO's, Germany, France, Great Britain, Poland's obligation to recognize that we are complicit in allowing Putin to come in and do what he does. And you have known this for a while. How long was it until you realized that he was going to invade Ukraine? How long until you knew, like, this is going to happen?
Actually, I can say it's because and everybody knows, it's not a secret that in Ukraine there is still a lot of Russian speaking people. Mm-hmm. And during all these years, when Russian invested billions of dollars of the propaganda of Russia, a lot of them were very loyal and very tolerant to all this Russian culture, Russian sportsmen, Russian conferences, scientific and educational, and they all have ambitious to be part of great Russian industry and so on. And this innovation is the biggest surprise for these people, because they really thought that Russia is their friend, and they really thought that they will never attack us. For them, is even the most surprise than for us, for example, because I and a lot of my friends, the patriots, we were actually expecting invasion for lots of years, because if you read our history, it is obvious that they will come again and again, but at least they will pick you. I don't know. They will never stop.
They will never stop.
Yes, you know, expecting for all these years, and especially after 2014, when Crimea was occupied, of course we were expecting that they will come for the rest of the territory. But for these Russian-speaking people, if they say that they save these Russian people from like me, from Nazi, or I don't know what they say.
Yeah, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and drug addicts. That's the headlines.
I say attack and bomb most of all Russian regions, Mariupol, Chernihiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, our major Kharkiv, very tolerant to Russia. And a lot of our majors, they had cooperation with the Russian businesses, and there was really a lot of connections and links, and they really did not expect such a horrible invention. So for them, it's an absolute surprise, and I even don't know what they now feel, because it's absolute it will change everything in their life now.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of changing lives, so you have a family of your own, don't you?
Yeah.
So who is in your family, and how much of your family is still in Ukraine right now?
We are all in Ukraine right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you have a husband and was it 2 daughters?
Yes, I have husband. Also, I have my parents of myself, and we have parents of my husband. Also, we have a lot of sisters and brothers, and we like now. We like 22 people in general.
Oh wow.
And also dogs, cats.
You can't forget the pets. You cannot forget the pets. I have my dog right now in my room because I need to make sure that he's gonna want to come on here and talk to you because he always gets interested in my broadcasts. So we cannot forget the pets because war affects our animals and our pets. They're our family as well, and we can't forget about that. So how is any of your family planning on going to Poland and trying to take refugee status there, or are you guys just planning on holding down your home and protecting your home?
We have a lot of now friends and colleagues who left Ukraine and who went to Poland and mostly to Poland, to Moldova and Slovakia. In my view, but our family is still in Ukraine, and we want to stay in Ukraine. And as fast as it will be possible, we will come back to Kharkiv to receive and we have cooperation with our major in Kharkiv and our educational center and my family. We are ready to help him in all the moments we can, because really we need it very quickly and to give people a possibility to live normally and business entrepreneurs is very important, and we need to give them possibility to earn money again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rebuilding is going to be such a huge part of the global mission. You know, one of the things that America is getting bashed for right now is not putting a ban on buying Russian oil. We purchased a bunch of Russian oil, but this last week, all the private oil companies, they did not buy any oil from Russia. So we're starting to see not public officials, but privately owned businesses say no more. And, you know, I have my international teaching license, and you better believe that when this all gets finished and the Ukrainian people stand victorious with the rest of the world, I'll be coming there to help do my part, to educate, to illuminate, to help rebuild your homes, your economy, all of the things that is what makes the world great. Like, your people have touched so many lives with your honor and your diligence to protect yourselves, and with the moral ground that you do it. Like, you can see how proud a people you guys are. And we use the term patriot over here a lot. Oh, I'm a patriot. I love America, blah, blah, blah. But you guys are putting on display right now what it means to love your country, what it means to love your neighbor, what it means to help your fellow man, your fellow woman, your fellow dog or cat. You know, there's just so much that you guys are doing that is really playing out on the world stage and is opening people's eyes to what resolve human beings, not flags, not America or Great Britain or France or Germany, but human beings, when they are pushed and have to make a decision to do right or wrong. You know, you guys are on the side of right. And it's clear that everybody is in this fight, including yourself, including your grandparents, you know. Um, for all the citizens that are still in Ukraine, now I know that men 18 to 65 are drafted and have to fight in the war. But talking about a woman, a female, what are you guys doing to help your military and your communities? Because I know that you guys are out there fighting and dying and playing a major part in the defense of Ukraine.
Yeah, actually, like a topic of women in our army is rather new, because only 2 years ago it approved, the law was approved about that our women can be soldiers officially and to be pilots and to have all the posts as men, because until that time, even if women go in army, they were written as yeah. So this is rather new, and now really, I think it was approximately 15% of our army and territorial defense. They are women, and they even have their separate battalion. I can send you. I can send you their video for March for 8th of March, for this International Women's Day.
Yes, salute that.
Yeah.
Salute that.
Also, there are a lot of women in police, and police is now also a part of our like defense forces. So
Excellent.
there are a lot more than in army, and also like me, and I don't have experience in real fight with weapon, with the gun, so I'm not allowed to take part
in the combat.
Yeah, so like me, the logistical things with the psychological things. So we organize a lot of like psychological stations in support of the people. Also,
that's so important. Not to cut you off, but mental health awareness and the psychological damage that war in real time is causing. So that's as valuable as a gun, maybe even more so. I truly believe that. Can you talk about some of the programs or just what you're doing to help combat the mental anguish of war in Ukraine right now?
In our actually in the usual life, I'm a CEO of educational center, me and my school, and we work with teachers, with parents and kids. It's like the first private center of teachers professional development in Ukraine, and we have our community of teachers, of parents, of kids who had passed our courses and who believe us. Also, we have say 5 psychologists in our center, and all of them are also have the part of our community, and they with them now mostly online, because it is very dangerous to go to the streets, and all of them now in different parts of Kharkiv of Ukraine and even abroad. So they it's not like official program or something like that. It's just our belief that we can help them, and people know that we do it sincerely.
That's amazing.
Also, we are calling to a lot of our kids who go on our courses. Just call them and with them what they are doing, how are they, what they want. We just tell them our news and hearing their news, and to help them to solve this and to live all these moments. Also, we help people who want to be evacuated, and also we help people in particular Kharkiv Territory of Defense to come back to Kharkiv and to be a part of our forces.
Amazing.
Everything we can, we are doing because we know that it's our strong side. When like our politicians on such conferences said that the Ukrainians are unique people, they're strong, brave, kind, and they have such values. Nobody believes it really because nobody saw us in action. But
now they are.
Yeah,
now they are.
Everybody we really have our values. We will die for our values.
And if there is any silver lining to this, it's that right there. Seeing what value Ukraine plays in the moral scheme of the world, of planet Earth. This is me talking to the leaders of the world. Get it together, guys, because Ukraine is one of these spots that we need to start putting help into. Just listening to you, the smile on your face amidst all of this craziness, this war, you could be such a different interview, but here you are telling me about some of the bright spots. You are exactly what the human spirit is all about. And if this interview doesn't go viral, then I have no faith in humanity anymore, because you're absolutely what the world needs right now. They need more you, because you doing your part, just saying there's no specific organization that you are doing your mental health awareness or your psychological help with, but the fact is that you are pulling the resources together. You have the ability to do it, and you're doing it on your own. And it's when good people do nothing and when good people do great things. I say on my show a lot, not all heroes wear capes, and it's clear right here that you're a hero right now. You are one of the many stories that may get told, they may not get told, but in the scheme of things, it's absolutely crucial for this planet to move forward. So I'm just blown away by what you're telling me right now, and just some of the things that you've done and that the people have done. I do have a question, because you're in the field of education. How is school still happening, or is there just a complete, you have to shut down school because of everything happening?
When Russian attacked us on February, there was the decision of our minister of Ukraine about education process for 2 years, and nobody schools did not have the educational process, and kids did not went to in those regions where there are others, state others, in central and in the west. Now there is discussion about what we do further, and there is this that central Ukraine and west Ukraine will continue process or offline or in distance form, and those regions we Kharkiv, Mariupol, Donetsk, Luhansk, and Mykolaiv. So that's the thing that are affected by Russia. They don't have the process now at all. Also, if you want some statistics, during this invasion, already 200 of schools were destroyed, and more than 50 kindergartens also. And this is also a part of genocide, because in schools there are bomb shelters, and they know this. And in schools, in the bomb shelters, there are hundreds of those people with their families, and they have been there for already 7, 10, 12 days, and there is the only place for them to set, and administration of schools is also can't road or somewhere because they must help people, and they also sincerely, and I'm sure the trust also knows it, and they affect this especially because it's like an easy way as more people as we can.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, that's devastating. I mean, it's so hard to hear that. Do you think Putin is in Russia are purposely targeting civilians?
Also, question because according in particular Bellingcat and Petrosian, he says that all officers in the Russian army, they know this, and but there is nobody who will tell the truth that Ukraine doesn't want any other army country except Ukrainian. That we will not capitulate. Our citizens never went to negotiate Russian terms, and I think they, he knows this, but he doesn't know this much time because nobody tells him the scale, all the scale, all this. I think he doesn't know because nobody tells him. And also in Ukraine, yesterday and the day before yesterday, Russian prisoners,
POWs, prisoners of war.
Yeah. Yes, they told that they were allowed. They tell them on our.
So, have you seen these? Because we keep hearing these stories about the public square shootings, the martial law, as they call it. But
I can send you their on our interfax.
Please do.
Yes, and you tell them about they were allowed.
That's crazy. That's genocide, and that's why I think the world needs to act. Is because this is no longer a scuffle between a country that feels that they deserve to invade a neighbor like yourself. This is a humanitarian effort because what he's doing goes against all rules of engagement of war. The bombing of kindergartens, maternity wards, citizens, killings in public squares. He attacked a freaking nuclear power plant the other day. Like, the guy is off his rocker. And I know that not all the Russian people are complicit in what's happening, but there are a lot that are. Do you think that the Russian people have enough of a good moral majority to where they might overtake Putin? Or do you think most of the Russians are actually on board with the occupation of Ukraine?
We saw such interviews yesterday and the day before yesterday in Russia where the journalists asked them about what they're thinking about war in Ukraine and about all these changes in the Russian economy now. And I understand that they are so don't. They have they now already don't have their brains and their hearts. They have only their propaganda, and almost all of them, from these Nazi Ukrainians as well. So they not only more of this, they are grateful for this to Putin because they think that he really saved Russia from Ukraine.
That's crazy. Like we know that they have state ran propaganda media and that they've been just getting fed bullshit. Pardon my French. It's too hard not to get a little worked up about it. And I know that obviously you're in the middle of it, so you get more worked up. So it's amazing to see you be as calm as you are while I'm sitting here in my nice, comfortable living space and getting upset about it erratically. Like I should be taking a calmer, smarter position like yourself. But that's also why I think there are plenty of Ukrainian people out there who are much better, much smarter, and much wiser than some of us Americans. So if anybody that is watching this, and when the audience does, as I start to unroll some of this footage, I hope they really get a chance to get a feel for who the common Ukrainian person is, what their values are, how strong the women are. We talk about women's rights and how women have been seen in history, and this is such a pivotal moment for women. Just how much you guys play into the liberation of your country. You're fighting. You're doing things behind the scenes. Like it's no longer a woman's place to just sit in a home and keep it clean and take care of the family. You guys have so much more. Uh, you have more obligations and more responsibilities, and in some aspects, much more than men. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. So I was raised till I was about 13 by a single mother. So I have a profound respect for what women can do on their own and with help. So uh, that's just a little background on me. But I would love to get you on again with my co-host, and we can talk, privately and get another time because I know he has some questions for you. It's midnight where I'm at. It's 2 a.m. where he is because he's in DC. But I reached out to you and I was so glad that you answered. And I just wanted to make sure that I did my part in at least getting your story out there so that the American public can see exactly who these people are that have these crimes being committed against them. Like these are the people, these are our neighbors, our friends, our boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, daughters, uncles, you name it. Like these are our people. You guys are our people. And I am just to see how you are handling all of this. Uh, it makes me proud to know that there's people out there like yourself that are putting up the fight they are. So I absolutely. So if you would like to, and if there's anybody in your work, like in your circle, specifically the education and the psychological mental health stuff that want to come on here and use the platform to get more stories out or just talk about what you guys do. Maybe if you have a GoFundMe page or something that I can start getting some donations to you guys so you can get resources faster in real time. Like, I want you to utilize me, Read the Room, and No Filter Network as a branch to get help to you guys because I'm tired of seeing people talk the talk but not walk the walk. Everybody talks about, oh, pour this, pour that, but are they really doing their part to help? And I don't want to be just one of those people that just uses your story as clickbait. I want to get help in any way we can. So um, it's been such a pleasure talking with you. Let's let's definitely talk about even if you have availability later today. I already spoke with my co-host, and later in the day he's available to do a show again. So if we can get you on and he can ask some more questions of you, I would love to do so.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
And okay, and then send me all those links.
I will send a link how to.
Please do.
Also, I will send you maybe a video. And also, I want to what is our team as well. Is we are gathering war crimes, Russian army, guard for because we have already such official channel where all these crimes are being gathered, and our team so is gathering all the crimes and put them there to have them in one place, and I hope all of these officers will take their punishment.
Absolutely. They should absolutely be tried for their war crimes. And I definitely want all of that information. Every link, every video, every single thing that you have, forward to me, and I will blast this all over every social media page I have, every publication that I have a connection to, because it's people like you that are going to get this stuff out there. So whatever I can do to help get that information out, I'm here for you. So uh, let's talk a little bit after the show. And yeah, I just want to thank you again for coming on and just telling me your amazing stories, specifically and the stories of the Ukrainian people. And we're going to do our part to help you out.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. It's been my pleasure. And yeah, I'll give you a call in just a couple minutes after I close out on here, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I'll give you a salute because you guys are the real. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. How do you do that? How's the salute? I need to work on my international relations better as the ignorant American here. So how do I say it? Slava Ukrainia.
Yeah.
And then what did you do here? What was that? That works? Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. I'll call you in just a bit, okay?
Yeah.
Slava Ukrainia.
Yeah.
Well, folks, for those of you who tuned into that, that was Iryna Moskova of Ukraine and reporting live while the city around her is getting shelled by Putin. So when I get more information, I'll load you guys up. But until then, besos.